The other day, I posted a comment on Facebook identifying myself as a Jewish believer in Jesus, and someone said, well, does it make you a Christian? I said, well, it all depends on what you mean by the word. The word Christian only occurs 3 times in the New Testament, Acts 11, Acts 26, and 1 Peter 4. And as best as we understand it, this was a name that outsiders gave to believers in Antioch, looking at these Jews and Gentiles together and trying to figure out who exactly they were. And they called them basically Christies. It'd be like mocking people that follow me and say, you're just a bunch of Brownites or something like that. To them, in the Greek world, Christos, Christ, did not have meaning. In the Jewish world, it meant anointed. To them, it was just a name. Is it Christos? Is it Krestos? They didn't even know how to pronounce it. And some called them Christians because that's what they thought the name was. In other words, followers of this Christ, whatever this is. And apparently it was a derogatory name, but something that stuck. And by the time you get to 1 Peter 4, Peter writes, if you suffer for bearing that name Christian, if anyone suffers as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify God in that name. So in that sense, when I'm identified as a follower of Jesus, and that's what Christian means to someone, I rejoice in that, and if I get mocked for it, so be it. If you're in the Muslim world and you leave Islam and become a Christian, it could cost you your life. If you're in the Hindu world and you leave Hinduism and become a Christian, that's a very, very serious thing. People understand what it means to be a Christian. Unfortunately, throughout history, Christian has taken on many meanings. In America today, still about 75% of the country identifies as Christian, and we know a large percentage of that is not Christian at all. And Christianity has been perceived as now this new and different religion, so if you're a Jew and you become a Christian, you're no longer a Jew. So that's why we have to be careful in using the term. I joyfully take on myself the reproach of being known as a follower of Jesus. I joyfully take up the cross and let people mock me as a follower and disciple of Yeshua, the Messiah. But I normally identify as a Messianic Jew because to most people, especially in America or in Israel, if you say Christian, you mean someone of a foreign religion and no longer Jewish. So it all depends on what the word means to people. If it is fruitful to identify in that way and it conveys something great, if it brings confusion, then use a definition of who you are. Say, yeah, I'm a follower of Jesus. That'll work.